Death by injury is no mystery. An organ system is disrupted and a variety of processes are now impossible, and the organization of the organism is thrown into disarray. What's more of a mystery is senescence. An organism, in the absence of interference, in the absence of injury, simply gets worse and worse and worse at the physiological activities of living. And sooner or later, one or another of those organ systems doesn't work. Now, so I've traumatized my cameraman. He wasn't really thinking about this, and here we are. So what on earth is occurring such that we undergo senescence? Why do we age and die? And here, more than any other time, it's important not to fall into the trap of saying, so that something can occur. We're not clearing the decks for the next generation, and we're not taking care of the environment to make sure we don't overpopulate it or any such story. Instead, we have to be looking at processes. And the person who provided the strongest theory behind this idea was Sir Peter Medawar. And to set up his point, we need to get a couple of things clear. The best example would be from my former pet named Alex, an Alaskan Malamute who weighed in at 150 pounds. Now, Alex and I comprised almost the same amount of biomass, and we're both mammals. Our metabolic rates would be identical. Dog's metabolic rate and mine are on the same curve relative to size, and there really isn't very much different about the way our bodies operated and were organized and the kind of energy we used or anything cellular, except that Alex died of old age at 12, which is remarkably long-lived for a Malamute, and especially for a Malamute of his size. So what's going on? It cannot be, on the basis of that example alone and any other example you might care to choose, it is not a matter of a system merely running down due to wear and tear. This is not an entropic process. We are not talking about, well, we've got a system built up and now through its use, like a bicycle, its parts get worn and its parts get weary or its parts get strained or bent out of shape a little bit, and that ultimately the bicycle is no longer functional. That's exactly what is not happening. A multicellular creature such as myself, such as Alex, is continually in a state of cell replacement. The different tissue types have different rates, but particularly for the skin, that rate is pretty rapid, so that after some time, a year or two, this skin is gone and is now replaced by a completely different set of skin, and that is happening at different rates throughout all of my organs. So we are talking instead about some kind of change in the quality of the cells and thereby the tissues of the new replacement parts. Something is up with the way our bodies are replenished cellularly, such that they don't work as well when we are older. And again, relative to specific kinds of tissue types, therefore specific organ failures are statistically predictable.